not really a coconut person, but when I am, it's for macaroons. So I'm gonna make some coconut macaroons today, and I am very excited. It's a super simple recipe, very delicious. You're gonna like it. I want to get started because I want to eat these like now. Just a little bit of prep work. We have to do some cooking on the stove before I can get it kind of together and then in the oven. So that's what I'll do right now. So let's bring it on down. Into my little sauce pot here, I am going to just put in a mixture of some water, white sugar, and I'll have the recipe linked down below in the description box if you want to check it out for the exact measurements. And then some light corn syrup. Very sticky. Give this a little bit of a mix around, and I'm gonna put this on the stove, probably on like a medium heat or so. I want the sugar to dissolve and I want this to come up to a boil, but most importantly, you want the sugar to dissolve. So we're gonna do that now. We are syrupy and I am pretty much all dissolved here. I'm gonna let this sit aside and cool for 15-20 minutes before I get the rest of the stuff ready, because you don't want to put this hot mixture into any sort of egg. It will scramble your eggs and you will have scrambled egg cookies, and that's not good. So we're just gonna chill and let this cool. While that mixture is cooling, I'm going to get the rest of my little mixture together. So in this bowl here, I have a couple of room temperature egg whites that I am just going to get my workout in. I'm just gonna whisk these until they're kind of frothy, and you don't want them to be like a stiff peak like you would normally egg whites, but you just want them a little frothy, white, and fluffy. They're almost there, but I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla, and then I'll finish them up. We have froth. So my mixture is cooled now. I'm going to just kind of add this in little by little just to be sure, and then mix in between. It's getting to be a thick mixture now. Pinch of salt. Ditch the whisk. Got my spatula back, and now all we have to do is add in the coconut. So I've got some sweetened coconut here. I'm just gonna fold it all in. Maybe should have had a bigger bowl, but what are you gonna do? But make sure all of those little flakes are covered in your mixture. It smells so good. I love these, I think, because they remind me of like an Almond Joy. If you wanted to, you could put a little bit of almond extract in here. That'd be really good. And you could even make it like an Almond Joy. Stick a nut in it, I don't know. But the one thing I don't like about Almond Joys is the actual almond. Yes, I could get mounds, but I don't like dark chocolate. So you see my dilemma here. All right, we are all folded in. So now we can bake. I've got a sheet tray here lined with parchment paper. I've got my little ice cream scoop. Now we can go to town. I like to use a scoop because it kind of makes them all the same-ish size. And these really don't spread too much. They kind of puff because of the egg white, but they don't spread too much, so you can kind of put them closer together. All ready for the oven. Put these right in there for 15 to 18 minutes. I'm gonna start checking at 15 just to be sure, but you want them to be not totally brown all the way, but the ends are definitely gonna start to get crispier, and they're gonna get like a golden kind of color to them, and they will be perfect. This house smells divine right now, and it's because of these babies. Look at how delicious they are. They're like nice and crunchy on top and on the sides, but you can tell the middle is just like molten lava right now, but it's gonna be chewy and textury with the coconut. These were in the oven for about 17 minutes, so now I just have to wait for them to cool, unfortunately, because they smell real good. These are done. They are ready to eat for most people. For me, I need chocolate. So I just melted some chocolate and I'm just gonna kind of give a little drizzle because why not? This is much cuter in my head. The chocolate's too thick. Whatever, they'll still be delicious. To get the same kind of flavor effect, you could probably just dip these. I have done that in the past, so that the bottom is kind of covered with chocolate and the tops are still kind of pretty, but of course I'm ruining them now. Not in flavor, but in looks. I mean, they're not the cutest, but these are fixing to have some great personality, which is all that matters, you know? And you know, if I put chocolate on something, it's gonna need a little baby sprinkle of some flaky sea salts. It just makes everything taste so good. There you have it. Look how pretty these are. Delicious little chocolate coconut macaroons. Trying to choose which one to have is always a dilemma, but one's gotta go. Look at that. Look at the bottom there. It's all crunchy. These little lacy bits are all crunchy from mostly because of that corn syrup. Nothing left to do but eat it. They are so soft inside and chewy. I think the chocolate just like puts it over the edge. These will definitely satisfy any kind of sweet craving that you have. This is delicious. They're super easy to make. I'm all in my teeth. They're a nice little gift to give to someone too, if you don't want to have them all in your house. But if you do, ain't no shame in that game. Enjoy.